Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat in complete silence? No phone, no music, no Netflix playing in the background while you pretend to work. Just you and silence. If you're like most people, you probably can't remember. Because here's the crazy part. We've become so terrified of silence that we'd rather listen to our neighbor's terrible karaoke than sit with our own thoughts for 5 minutes. But what if I told you that the very thing you're running from is the superpower you've been searching for?
Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was that friend. You know the one. The person who fills every millisecond of silence with words. Walking into an elevator with a stranger, she's talking about the weather. Her cat's therapist? Yes, that's a thing now. Her relationships? Disaster zones. She'd come home and immediately start venting about her day, her boss, the traffic, that person who took too long at Starbucks. Meanwhile, her partner Jake would just sit there, drowning in the tsunami of words, desperately searching for the remote control to turn up the TV volume. But here's the plot twist. Sarah couldn't stand being alone in a quiet room, not for 5 minutes. The silence was deafening. She needed noise, distraction, anything to avoid facing what was really going on inside. Yet, and this is where it gets interesting, she expected Jake to sit through her 3-hour monologues about why pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. She couldn't stand her own silence, but expected others to stand her noise. One day, Jake said something that changed everything. Sarah, when was the last time you just listened? Not to me, not to music, but to nothing. That question hit different. Look, I get it. Silence is awkward. It's like when you're in the bathroom at work and someone walks in and suddenly you're both pretending you don't exist. The silence is so loud you can hear your own blinking. Or when you're on a first date and there's that pause in conversation and your brain goes, "Say something, anything." So you blurt out, "Did you know lobsters used to be prison food?" Real smooth, champion. Real smooth. We've trained ourselves to fear silence like it's the final boss in a video game. Our phones, they're basically expensive silence killers. The moment we're alone, boom, we're scrolling through TikTok, watching strangers dance to songs we don't even like. But here's what nobody tells you. Silence isn't empty. It's full. Full of answers you've been too noisy to hear. Think about this. How many times have you announced your big plans on social media? New year, new me, starting my business, getting fit. And how many times did those plans disappear? You know why? Because when you're always talking about what you're going to do, you get the dopamine hit without doing the work. Your brain thinks you've already accomplished it. But worse than that, sometimes the people you expect to cheer for you are secretly hoping you fail. Oh, they'll like your post. They'll say, "You got this." But in their silence, in their real thoughts, they're thinking, "Let's see how long this lasts." When it doesn't work out, they feel better about their own inaction. Your failure becomes their comfort. But when you move in silence, when you build in silence, nobody can sabotage what they don't know exists. Nobody can judge a journey they can't see. Nobody can bet against a game they don't know you're playing. Silence is where champions are forged. Michael Jordan didn't talk about his 5 a.m. workouts. He just showed up to the game different. Beyoncé doesn't announce her albums. She just drops them and breaks the internet. The bamboo tree grows underground for 5 years in complete silence. Then, in 6 weeks, it shoots up 90 feet. Your silence isn't weakness. It's preparation.
Here's what silence really teaches you. First, self-control. When you can sit with yourself without reaching for a distraction, you've mastered something 99% of people can't do. You've learned to be comfortable with the most important person in your life, you. Second, emotional intelligence. In silence, you actually feel your emotions instead of talking over them. That anxiety you've been drowning out with podcasts, it's trying to tell you something. That restlessness you cover with constant socializing, it's pointing you toward your purpose. Third, peace protection. Not everything needs a response. Not every thought needs to be shared. Not every achievement needs an audience. Some battles are won by not showing up. Some arguments are won by not engaging. Some people are handled by letting them hear their own echo. When you master silence, you become dangerous. Why? Because nobody knows your next move. Nobody can predict what you're building. Nobody can steal what they can't see.
So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, not tomorrow, not Monday, not when things calm down, today, give yourself 10 minutes of complete silence. No phone, no music, no excuses. Just you and your thoughts. I know it'll feel weird. Your brain will scream for stimulation. You'll suddenly remember 47 urgent things you need to do. Sit through it anyway. Because in that silence, you'll find something you lost a long time ago. Yourself. Stop announcing your moves. Stop seeking validation for your dreams. Stop filling every space with noise. Work in silence. Build in silence. Grow in silence. Let your success be the noise. Remember this. The lion doesn't announce the hunt. But when it roars, the whole jungle knows the king has arrived. It's time to embrace your silence. It's time to protect your peace. It's time to become who you were meant to be, quietly. Now go, and say nothing about it.